What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Ghouls Gaming and Tech channel. And I figured out I have a device basically I never knew I needed in the first place. I was holding out. If y'all saw my unboxing of this PlayStation Portal right here, I was holding out because I was waiting on the second iteration of this, and I didn't really see a need to have this thing. I kind of cracked, I gave in and I was like, you know what, let me see what this thing is about. And I basically found out I've been missing out. I found a device that I literally did not know I needed. This thing is so useful. I use it damn near every day. I can take it where I want to take it because it's so mobile, so portable. It's just all around a good buy, in my opinion. So right now we're going to talk about this. We're going to get into the review. So if you're new, subscribe, and also new or returning, hit that like button. And we're going to talk about this unexpectedly, surprisingly good device. Let's talk about it. All right, so first thing we have to talk about when it comes to this portal is the price on it. The price is $199 on Amazon. You can find the link in the description below. You can also get it on the PlayStation website, but on this channel, I get all my stuff off Amazon. We're Amazon friendly around here. So yes, I think, and this is after using this, I thought in the unboxing that it was a fair price, but even after using this, more than a fair price for this thing. 200 bucks. Dude, I'm telling you, if you are on the go all the time, you're not in one spot in your home, whatever the case may be, you're going to use this thing so much. Definitely if you're an avid PlayStation user or avid gamer. My PlayStation is literally right here. My TV and stuff right here. I use this thing so much in my house because, like I said in my unboxing, sometimes I cannot get to this room, this little studio room here. So this is super useful when I'm downstairs, doing the dishes. I don't know, whatever. It's super useful when I'm just moseying about on the go. That brings me to my second point, which is the portability of it. So this is basically your PS5 on the go. This is not like an independent device right here. This is jointly with your PS5. It's super portable. It's literally like taking your PlayStation wherever you go. I never knew I wanted to do that until I got this thing. If I really want to play or have a gaming session, I can get an easy 4 or 5 hours in if I want to. If I want to just veg out and be a zombie that day on my PlayStation. This device right here is for those times where you don't have 5 hours, 6 hours, all day to play the game. This is if you want to beat a level really quick, you want to just play something on the go, or you want to play more of a mobile type experience. That's what this thing is for. Your PS5 on the go. Now, next thing is ease of use. It works seamlessly with the PS5. These two are like one and the same. They're like what is it called? Paternal twins. It's the twins that they're not identical, but they're basically the same. They're still twins. That's what this thing is for, okay? When I connected it, it paired super quick. Along with the ease of use are the controls. The controls on this thing is just like the PS5 controller. So that was another reason why I decided to get this, because it was just like my PS5 for the most part. I know everybody, as far as a handheld like gaming, I wouldn't call it a console, but gaming device, a lot of people go to Steam Deck and primarily Switch. Switch, I believe, is number one. I tried the Switch. I have a Switch, and one of the main reasons why I prefer not to play the Switch is because the mapping of the controls are just different than the PS5 or just PlayStation in general. So I could play it for a little bit, but my brain was always going back to PS5 controls, and it just didn't sit well. I didn't feel comfortable playing that all the time, and it would annoy the crap out of me. This thing right here is the perfect mix because it has your portableness to it, but also you have the PS5 controls. So as you can see right here, you have a Portal and a PS5 controller. Basically the same thing, it's just expanded it. All they did was pull this apart and put a big screen in the middle. I love that about this thing. Now let's talk about the graphical quality, and we can't talk about that unless we talk about the connection and or Wi-Fi. So the graphical quality, I would say it's good, sometimes even great for what this device is. That all hinges on a Wi-Fi connection. So what I notice is that if the Wi-Fi connection kind of stutters or is weak or whatever the case is, you will see the frames drop, and you will also see the graphical quality it looks like it's kind of buffering for the most part. So connection is the main thing when it comes to this device. It's not an onboard or solo type of device. This works jointly with your PS5. So as long as your Wi-Fi is great, strong, and speedy, you won't have any issues. You're gonna have some dips here and there. That's normal. With that being said, I have great signal here, so I don't really have any issues. The main times you will run into issues with the graphical quality or just the smoothness of this device is when you go outside of where your PS5 is housed and you use like a foreign or third-party Wi-Fi, because that can be a little bit spotty, and it's just because those two devices are far apart from each other using different Wi-Fis. You're going to see a drop in connection and graphical quality. Now let's talk about the sound. The sound on this thing is very good. I didn't expect this sound to be as good as it was. Let's turn this up. Let's see. It's very loud. I know you hear it. It's loud. My only issue with the sound is the speakers for the sound. They're on top right here, and right here. I wish the speakers were on the front part of it where you're actually looking at the device, so the sound can come in this direction and not that direction. That doesn't make any sense to me why they decided to build it that way, but hey, whatever. This is gonna be a little different, I guess, because the battery all depends on how much you game. Clearly, this is a mobile device that needs to be charged just like a cell phone. Realizing what this device is for, the battery is fine. I can get a good 5 hours in, like if I'm playing NCAA college football or whatever. I can get a good 5 hours in if I really want to just sit and play this thing religiously. When you're traveling, you're on a plane, road trip, whatever the case is, yeah, you can get about a good 5 hours in, and most people only play for about 4 to 5 hours anyway, on average. 4 or 5, maybe 6 on average at a time. You know, it's obviously everybody changes, there's variables and things like that, but I would say for what this is gaming on the go, the battery lasts just fine. And I notice when I do play about 3 to 4 hours, if I'm getting a long gaming session in, when I'm finished with it, I'm usually at about between 23 and 39% battery. Just depends on where I have the brightness, the sound, and things like that. So I have no issues with the battery, and you won't either. All right, now let's talk about the games. What games should you play on this? And the only reason I bring this up is because, yes, this is a extension of your PS5, but all games won't look great on this. Like, for example, Horizon Forbidden West. I love that game. That game is meant to be played on a 4K display with all the settings turned up. You play that on this, you're not going to get that same fidelity on here, okay? It's just not going to happen. This is more so meant for like a game that I have on here, Cuddly Carnage. It's not meant to be super nice. It is running on Unreal Engine, but you're not looking for this to be a graphical marvel. You're looking for this to get you through your gameplay, okay? Now, with that said, it is a 1080p display, LCD screen, so it could be OLED, which will be better if they make the Portal 2 an OLED screen, 1080p, that's fine, 60 frames. But for what this is, I thought the graphical quality was going to be bad on here, but it's not. So, like I said, it all depends on what game. So, for example, Cuddly Carnage, great game to play on here. The graphics look great. College Football 25, great game to play on here. The graphics look great. Horizon Forbidden West, I wouldn't recommend playing on here because if you really enjoy the detail that they put in all the graphics and just the scenery and the environment in that game, probably not the best to play on here. Maybe same thing with God of War. Those might be ones that you really want to see the crispness of everything. Not really meant for this. It's more so for like Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. That's an awesome game to play on here, and that's a Sony PlayStation exclusive. So you got to kind of realize what games you should play on here. Don't be trying to play like Wukong. That game is a visual marvel. Spider-Man on the PS5, that's a hit or miss. So I think it does look good on here. It doesn't drop off to me, not much at all, as far as what I can see on such a small display. All right, so the last thing I will say about this device in my review of this bad boy is it's just fun. Like, if you're looking for some fun, all you need right here. This thing is so fun. I never thought that this thing would be so fun to use on the go. It's very hard for me to describe what this thing is to me and how much fun I have using this thing. but I guarantee you will not be disappointed with how much fun you have playing your game. Who knew you would have this much fun of playing your games on the go? And anyone with a portable gaming device, whether it be Switch, Steam Deck, whatever, you know that joy of just playing on the go. I would rate my fun on this like a 10 out of 10. And just a quick side note, because I'm not going to do a full video on this because there's no point to, but I have the Sony Pulse Explorer earbuds for this right here. This device does not have Bluetooth on it. That's another knock on it. I wish it did, but hopefully the Portal 2 does. But as far as connecting, you can plug a physical headphone jack into the Portal, or you can get these Pulse Explorer earbuds. Now, just a quick review on here. I'm not gonna do a full video on this. These are just all right, okay? They do have that 3D audio in it, which is great, but to me, they kind of feel, after wearing them for a little bit, you know, in your ear in a gaming session, it kind of annoys your ear. Like, it's like you want to take them out. I much rather use the speakers on this than to use these. Not to say that these really hurt in my ear, but I have more comfortable earbuds is all I'm saying, because I obviously, it's a tech gaming and tech channel. I use a lot of different devices. For a wireless experience, to use that with the Portal, I think these are perfect for this. I just wouldn't wear them long term for like those 4 to 5 to 6 hour gaming sessions, because you might get a little fatigued from wearing these. That's that. So they're all right. So if you want these as well, I'll put the link in the description below, but that's just my quick review on those. Will I say those are a good buy? No, I wouldn't say those are a good buy. Those are only if you really, really, really want those, because these are $200. They're the same price as the Portal, which I think is crazy. That is my review of this Portal right here. Let me know if you guys have one. What do you think in the comments below? What's your favorite features? If you just don't want it at all, just let me know. And thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.